Hello, bookish friends in the internet. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, my hair is somewhat okay to film. I just got a brand new haircut. I think I've shown this haircut off already, but just wanted to say I got a haircut again. Anyways, I am here to do our very first book tag for 2023. Crazy, oh, my bad. Crazy that we are already in 2023. So the book tag I am doing today is the January book tag. This was created by Jan over at Jan Agaton. I will tag her down below. You guys should definitely go check out. She's an amazing best friend that I met this year. Hopefully we can meet in person one day. But I am just very excited to get into this. This is a book tag that started last year's, that you can do every January, obviously, where it just talks about your reading year of the previous year and then what you want to look forward to this year and favorite adaptation and all that. So without further ado, let's jump into the questions, and I have multiple books for multiple answers, so let's just jump into it. So question 1, what was the first and last book you read of 2022? So my first book I read was really a disappointing one for me, which is why I felt slumpy all year. But my first book of 2022 was Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This was the second installment of the Red Rising trilogy. I really enjoyed Red Rising when I read it last year, or I should say when I read it in 2021. When I read it in 2021, I really enjoyed it. I picked it up because I read it from my book club, and that was an interesting discussion to do as well, just because there's a bunch of different like ratings and thoughts and feelings of the series. I absolutely loved book 1. I think I gave it like 4 or 5 stars, but when I read this one, to me, this one, and I think the author meant to do this with this series, I'm not too sure, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the author meant to have this be more adult. So when I read Golden Sun, I was like, what happened to the YA feeling type of writing that he had? I barely remember what happens in this installment, so it would definitely one that's on my, I haven't made my list yet because I have to go back on my Goodreads and look through my year of 2022 and see what I find disappointing. But this is definitely, this is definitely on my favorite, or not favorite, definitely on my least favorite list for 2022. And I might continue this series in 2023. I might not, so who knows. Do I have places to put these? For now, I'm going to put it on my desk. And then my last book that I read for 2022 was actually a great read. I gave it 4 stars, and that was a graphic novel. And that was Fangirl Volume 2 by Rainbow Rowell and adapted by Sam Maggs, and illustrated by Gabby Nim. I'm sorry if I butcher any last names. This was a fun, cute, lighthearted read that I needed for my winter break. What at the moment of this video I'm filming, I finished Blood Marked, and I was like, I need something light after that ending. I'll talk more about this book and Blood Marked in my December wrap up, which is the next video I'm filming. But I really enjoyed this. This was a fun sequel to read about, and it didn't have a second book slump like I thought it would. It actually ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen in Volume 3. I think Volume 3 comes out August 8th. If I'm wrong, I'll leave the correct release date down below. But the illustrations in here are just so simple to follow along, and the print isn't that big of a font either, so it was like so easy to read and devour in like 2 or 3 days. It would have been one day, but I was working a lot this week, so I really don't have time to read right now. But on my days off, I'm reading, of course. But yeah, this was my last book I read for 2022, and this will be in my New Year's reading vlog. And I think I mentioned how much I love this one in that vlog as well. And yeah, I'm just very happy I ended the year with a graphic novel. Question number 2 is, what is your first read of this year? For me, I've already finished my first year. I'm actually almost finished with my second book of the year. But as I'm currently filming this, I'm finished reading Ruin by John Gwynne. I started this book December 2nd. I picked this up because this was on my Merry Bookmas TBR video, which, by the way, I completely failed at that TBR. I think I've only read like, I mean, 3 books is not bad, but I believe I only read 3 books from the Merry Bookmas readathon. So I'm definitely going to try and do less books for readathons this year. But this one I put on my TBR and I was like, oh, I'm going to finish this in like a week or so. Nope. It took me like a month and a half to finish it. I started this on December 2nd and I finished this just January 3rd. No, today's the 3rd. January 1st, right on New Year's night. So the ending of this was brutal. I cannot wait to talk about this in my January wrap up. And I also did talk about I talked a little bit about this book in my New Year's reading log, which you guys will be seeing after this video as well, because I'm still in the middle of editing it. But 740 pages of brutalness, politics, amazing writing, and an adult fantasy series that I cannot wait to see how it wraps up. My friend Taylor is currently reading Wrath, which is the 4th installment of the series. So she said once she finished Wrath, she's going to give me her copy, or I can just buy my own copy. But yeah, I'm very happy I started the year off. Even though this wasn't a 5-star read for me like I thought it would be, I still overall really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to talk about this in my January wrap up. And then next is share 3 of your reading goals for this year. Ooh, I actually kind of don't want to share my reading goals just because I have a video about it coming up. But I'll tell you like the 3 main ones I'm focusing on. One of them is read at least, not all 23 series I have on my list, but at least 23 series I want to read this year. Very ambitious and a lot. I did do this last year, but I want to participate more in readathons, like actually commit to them and like focus on the readathon books instead of reading other books throughout the month. This isn't a reading goal, this is more for like book 2, but that is to make more reading vlogs for you guys. I really enjoyed making them whenever I make them, so I was like, oh, let me make more reading vlogs for 2023. So, and then I also, my goal for this year is to read 100 books for Goodreads. My Goodreads challenge is 100 books. I know that's 4 reading goals, but I was like, just throw that one in there. So yeah, those are a few of my reading goals. I'm not going to share any more because like I said, I'm going to do a video about it here in a few minutes. Today I'm pre-filming a lot of videos for you guys, so hope you enjoy. But yeah, those are like 4 reading goals that I have for this year. Next question 4, share 3 of your most anticipated reads of 2023. This is going to be hard of just picking 3 books. I literally have a list in my bullet journal, so bullet journal to the rescue, huh? So I would say, as it is the first Tuesday of the month, I'm not going to mention any of the books that are out today, but I will be picking those up. Sorry, I'm trying to find my page of my new releases. Ooh. Where did that page go? Okay, here we go. I was like, what happened to my page? But I literally, you probably can't read my handwriting because it's backwards, but this is my sequels I'm anticipating list. So The Brother Hathorns by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. That comes out August 29th. I'm very excited for that. A sequel I've been dying to read for forever now because I've read book 1 and 2 back to back, and that is Master of Souls by Raina Barron. That's the third and final book of the Kingdom of Souls. Yeah, Kingdom of Souls. First book is called Kingdom of Souls, and The Master of Souls is the third and final book in this trilogy. It was supposed to come out last summer, but it got pushed back to this year, so that comes out April 11th. One of them, another one of my most anticipated reads, is A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. That's the third and I think final book of the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, or she could do more, but as of right now, I think it's the final book. That comes out September 12th. There's just so many amazing new books coming out this year that I'm also going to do another video of just like my most anticipated. But yeah, I just have a lot of great books I'm looking forward to in 2023. So thank you, Bullet Journal, for helping us out. So yeah, those are the 3 most anticipated reads of mine. Question number 5. What goals did you reach or not reach in 2022? Ooh, I think one goal that I didn't reach in 2022 was to read 22 series in 2022. If I remember correctly, I think I've read 15 out of the 22, so not bad. I could have done more, but I had a huge reading slump over the summer. So yeah, I didn't complete that. What other goals did I had? I wanted to use my library, like my public library, more, and I didn't really do that either. Let's see. Another one is to get to 500 subscribers, which I didn't get for that. I did participate in Vlogmas, even though it's not really vlogging, it's just posting a video every day, so that was really fun. And I also did not get my TBR down to half, so yeah, those are some goals. I think goals that I did complete was 100 books, and then read more LGBT books, and then read my own books I completed, and then I totally forgot about my 22 backlist titles that I wanted to read in 2022, so if I haven't made that list yet, I'm gonna make that list for 2023, and that'll be a video coming in the future. Look forward to that. But yeah, those are just some goals that I didn't complete and that I did complete. So I'm happy either way, but I'm hoping 2023 would be better. Question number 6. Are there any new releases you heard of that you have no desire to read? Honestly, not a lot that I don't really gravitate towards, because my reading has been more diverse this year. I would say if by July of this year I'm not reading the Red Rising trilogy, I'm definitely not looking forward to Lightbringer, which is the 6th installment of that series by Pierce Brown. I haven't really I have like most of her books, but I haven't gravitated towards any Colleen Hoover books, which is kind of weird. So if she has, I don't know if she has a new book coming out or not, but probably none Colleen Hoover books for me. I don't know, I'm just kind of not in the mood for Colleen Hoover at the moment, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, but there is definitely a lot of new releases coming out this year, and I'm overwhelmed with it. But yeah, but by the time July comes and I'm not reading the Red Rising series, I'll probably say Lightbringer or a Colleen Hoover release. So there's that. Question number 7. What are some reading habits you want to change this year, if you had any? Oh, I don't know if I have any. I think my biggest one is pushing through books where I feel like it's going to be a 3 stars. Like if I'm halfway through it and I know it's going to be a 3 stars, unless something amazing or dramatic happens at the end of the book, which usually that happens a lot, especially with my fantasy books. But like Ruin took me like a month and a half to read, and I was like, oh, I could have DNF'd that one if I wanted to, but I also know that was a series my friend Taylor loves. So like if I pick up a book and I'm not really enjoying it, I'm gonna just DNF more this year, because I need to be brutal about that and DNF some more books. For those of you who don't know, DNF means did not finish. And I don't know, reading habits I want to change. Maybe less audiobooks and try and, oh no, I got it. To read my actual arcs, either physical arcs that I have, because that shelf right here has physical arcs that I need to get to, or to read my e-arcs that I get from publishing company. I want to read and focus on my e-arcs. Like I'm thinking I wanted to do more reading vlogs this year, so I'm thinking I will do like a reading vlog of arcs that I'm looking forward to, and put like, if they come out on the same week or if they're in the same genre, I will probably put them in like one weekly vlog, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was a long-winded answer of saying yes, I have a few reading habits that I would like to change. Question number 8, are there any adaptations coming out this year that you're looking forward to? Yes, yes, yes. I think I said this last January, but there's a new season of Star Wars The Bad Batch coming out. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so any Star Wars content coming out this year, I think I said the same thing for my answer in the book tag last year. All Star Wars content coming out. We have The Bad Batch, which comes out tomorrow as I'm filming this, and then the new season for Mandalorian season 3 comes out. I'm very excited for that. But at the top of my list, I would say we have Shadow and Bones season 2, which, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that's coming already. I think that comes out March 16th, I think. I could be wrong. I'm going to leave the correctly state down below. But March 16th is when we're going to get season 2 of Shadow and Bones. I'm not sure what's the release date for Daisy Jones and the Six. But I'm pretty excited for that. I really enjoyed that novel from Taylor Jenkins Reid's. And I'm also really looking forward to, I don't know if there's a release date for this, but if there is, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I know Heartstopper season 2 comes out, which is, I love season 1. It was amazing. Made me cry in season 1. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen in season 2. But yeah, those are just a few adaptations I'm looking forward to. I haven't read the book yet, but The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is supposed to come out this year as well. I haven't read that book yet because I started reading it but never finished it. So yeah, I would say that I'm excited for it too, because it's supposed to be produced by the same people who did the original Hunger Games. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Question number 9, which, oh, I hope I don't cry with this question, is favorite booktube memory of last year. Yes. I think you guys all know this answer by now. I had an absolutely fun, I was going to say in a blast, at Y'all West, when I went to Y'all West this year. Oh my God, I met so many amazing friends of mine that I met through BookTube. Like I met Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me. I met Mel from Completely Melanie. Oh, you two ladies, hanging out with you two. Mel became my mom of the day, which was very fun. Actually, she became my mom on the day twice, because we met that Friday of Y'all West and then we hung out that whole weekend. So that was really fun, ladies. I also meeting Jason from Easy Cat, who's also here on BookTube. I met him. He was so nice and so sweet. We got to hug each other, which is so fun to do. I also met my friend Josh, who's on Book Talk. I'll leave his Book Talk account down below. Just anything that happened down in Y'all West was just so fun. Just meeting authors. Like I met Tracy Dion. I met Victoria Schwab. Like, how can I forget about meeting Victoria Schwab? I met Simone Chanier, who's the author of the School for Good and Evil series. Oh my God, it was just a fun time. I really enjoyed it. I can't believe this. I still to this day can't believe I get to say I got to meet Tara Mafi, Ransom Riggs. Like, what? And also, I think I mentioned this in my vlog, but I also got recognized at Y'all West as Drew's Ambitious Reading. So that was quite fun, getting recognized for the first time. So yeah, I think that's like the only big like booktube moment for me I had was going down to Y'all West with my mom and I. And that was really fun. I hope I get to do it again this year because that would be amazing. I'm curious of who the authors are going to be. Oh, I also met Adeline Grace there, even though she wasn't attending. She was just there as like, I guess, visitor is what you would call it, I guess. But anyways, long-winded answer. Y'all West was amazing. That was my favorite memory of this year. But yeah. Oh, also I didn't create it last year, but I love having my book club. If you guys don't know, I have a book club called Queer Reads, where we read LGBT books and own and diverse voices and marginalized voices as well. And I just been happy with how we've been doing that book club, especially this year. This year we have some fantastic books for you guys to read. If you haven't seen that announcement video, I'll leave it up in the cards or in the description box down below. But yeah, running that book club, chatting with everyone in that group chat is just wonderful. Makes my heart melt every time I go on there. And yeah, those are two memories that I really enjoyed from this year. And then question 10, the 10th and final question of this January book tag is, are there any carryovers from 2021? I try not to do this every year, but I do. So the first one I carried over from 2021 is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany G. Jackson. I started this, I want to say in October, like right when it came out. And I was enjoying what I read. I literally am like 20 pages in, so I shouldn't really say I enjoyed what I read. But yeah, I literally got 20 pages in, so I set it down at the time because I wasn't in the mood for it. But I'm hoping this year I will, because this got recommended to me by a friend of mine here on BookTube for the 12 books recommended by you guys. So thank you guys so much. But yeah, I can't wait to read this one, and hopefully I'll pick it back up this year. Another one that I started but didn't finish was The Other Side of the Sky by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This one I actually got farther in. I got to page 50 in here, so not too bad. I didn't finish it though, obviously, but I do want to restart this one because I do own the sequel. So I would like to sometimes this year complete the series, and hopefully I'll wrap it up. Because I do have book 1 and book 2. And then I know Amy Kaufman has a new book coming out in 2023, which I'm very excited for. So yeah, this is a carryover from 2021, or 2022. Wow, my bad. Getting the years mixed up. And another book I have carryover, which I'm so sad that I didn't get to, because my friend Charlie, who's the co-host of my book club, she really loved this book, and she said it might be her favorite Star Wars book, and that was Star Wars Shadow of the Sith by Adam Christopher. I got 30 pages into this, so I definitely should have finished this last year, but again, June and July was the month I had my reading slump, which sucks because June is my birthday month, so I wanted to read a whole lot, but I didn't. But yeah, I did start this in June and didn't finish it, and I'm hoping to pick it back up this year, and hopefully hoping to finish this in sometimes this year. So look forward to some sort of wrap up. I don't know when I'm going to pick this back up, but maybe I'll save it for July when I do Sci-Fi July. But yeah, those are the 10 questions for this book tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to be tagged, you have been tagged. I will tag some of my BookTube friends down below, like Melanie, Kaylani, and Clint, and Lori. I tag you guys. So I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below, and I'll hope you have a great day. Bye.